Right, folks, 3 points of order on today's agenda. 3, that is. That was supposed to... I've done this like 4 times now. Why can't I speak into a camera today? Firstly, we had our updated child in need meeting for Andy with the social worker in the school and the CAMS people today, so I'm going to give you an update on that. I also have my full plan for my batch cooking in place, which works out at 74 meals for £123.98, less than £1.70 a meal. That could be the name of a book. And also, I've got this month's Infinity Crate Premium to unbox, and we'll see what's in there. So, firstly, the meeting, the child in need meeting with the social worker and all those people. Massive news, big progress potentially being made at this meeting, because their suggestion was made, probably more than a suggestion, almost a promise, that through social services, they're going to arrange for some extra direct payments money for us to allow us to go out and get a, what do they call it, a personal assistant who can do somewhere between 5 and 10 hours a week working with us, but not just coming into the house and working with us or doing anything silly like that. The purpose of this person will be to come in at like 8:30 in the morning, initially just to get to know him, spend a little bit of time with him, build up that level of trust, but that person will then be the person who travels with him to school in the taxi. This is massive. We've been asking for a year to get them to send somebody from the school to come out and get him used to them and then travel in with them. It worked about this time last year. They did send a teaching assistant out. She came out for weeks, and eventually, about 2 or 3 weeks before the end of the school year last year, he was going into school every day. It was only in the afternoons, because that was the only time this TA could come, but he was going in every day. He was happy to go because he trusted the person he was going with. Funding in schools at the moment, because there basically isn't any, has meant we haven't been able to do that at all this year, despite constantly asking. Everyone involved has been banging their head against a brick wall. But from what I can gather from the little bits of information they would tell us in this meeting, it seems like there has been a meeting by the higher-ups, the boss of the social worker, the boss of the education support worker woman, and it sounds like there's been a bit of to and froing where social services have asked for education to pay for it, education have said no, but it seems like they've finally come to an agreement that it comes out of the social services pot, and there is going to be a person, a peer. I don't know how that works. Apparently we have to, direct payments come to us, which is an amount of money, but just the right amount of money to cover their wages and tax and stuff. So that gets paid to us by the government, and we then, through this third party company who exist, effectively just hand the whole lot straight off to them, and they then pay the salary for this person and sort out all their tax and national insurance and all that stuff. But the onus is on us to advertise for the job and to hire the person. So school have agreed for us to put an advert up in their staff room, and what we're really hoping for, and what the head teacher who came out, what he suggested, I mean, he seemed quite positive about the idea of it, but what we're hoping for is one of the existing members of staff from the school, so like a teaching assistant or somebody at the school, decides they would like to earn a little bit of extra money. They didn't give us figures, but it sounds like it's fairly decent pay, equivalent to what a teaching assistant would earn. And hopefully one of them would apply. We then have to interview them, which seems weird, and we're not allowed to do that at home, so I guess if it's someone from the school, we'll probably go there to interview them. But we need to interview them. If we're happy with them, they get appointed through this third-party company, and then the social services give us money, we give them money, they give them money. And at some point between now and the end of the school year, a person appears who comes to see us every day and works towards getting him back to school. The massive thing about this is that it could mean that come September, that relationship is established to such a level where I don't need to take him in every day. And if I don't need to take him in every day, that means, A, I might be able to look at going straight back into teaching almost, if we decide that's the best route, or if we're surviving financially. And everything is on the up at the moment. All the income from the various sources is all increasing, so there's every chance that we might get to September and might be able to support ourselves doing internet stuff. But if that's the case, if I don't have to take 2 hours out of the day every day to get him to and from school, it gives me an extra 2 hours a day to work on all this stuff. So either way, if we can get him back to school, it's awesome for him, it's great for Anna, because she then gets that freedom back during the day. It will be good for me because I then get the flexibility about what I do for work. I can either go back to teaching, or I can spend more time doing this kind of thing. It's just a fantastic solution, and finally someone from somewhere within government has put their hand on their pocket and decided to give us some money. The big fear, of course, is the general election is a month away. and if there's any change in any departments anywhere. I don't even know. Don't even know what changes could cause problems, but there's always a possibility it could get pulled out from under us again before it even gets started. But I don't think there's likely to be anyone coming in who gives less money to social services. Surely. So, item 2 on the agenda was batch cooking. I've been to Tesco. I've purchased one of these, a massive stock pot. I already own one of these, so I now have 2, so I can have 2 meals on the go at any one time. I need a second camera for this part. I've made an awesome spreadsheet, which, if I show you this spreadsheet, it is crazy, but I think it's really, really cool. So I've planned out every day for the next month or so. I've planned out, so man, woman, child 1, child 2. We really like to personalise things here. But the blacked out bits are the bits when the girls are with their mums, so they won't be with us. Anna doesn't like very many of the same things that I like, so she'll be eating slightly different things. Look, drop down boxes. Drop down boxes, it's so cool. I love having a computing degree. I put it to such good use. And it just shows what we're all going to be eating on each day. Those black solid bits are when we're at my dad's for dinner, so we don't have to worry about it. Over here, it tells us how many servings of each, and that was just basically so that I could get the shopping done. 6 servings is a set of food. It's a recipe out of the Jamie Oliver Ministry of Food cookbook that I use, apart from a couple of those recipes or other ones. So by doing all of this, we end up with 74 dinners, 52 for me and Anna, 22 for the girls. It's enough food to feed all 4 of us for the full month of May and a little bit of June. Andy eats his own thing, that'll come out of a separate thing each week. But the really exciting thing about all of this is that all of this food, and again it's on a separate tab of the spreadsheet, so all of this food has cost £123.98. The only thing we didn't have to buy this time was that stuff, because we already had it. Everything else we've bought, and I've even planned out how long each one takes to cook and when over the weekend I need to do it. So I've put the order in on Tesco this evening. It's coming between 11 and 12 tomorrow. Now I'm operating a 2-pot system. I can get everything cooked between sort of 10, 11 and 5 each day. So we get to the point where we have 74 meals in the freezer. We're all sorted. I'm a happy bunny. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a little insight into how anal I get about anything and everything. You wouldn't think it to look at how untidy the house is. For some reason, it's the one thing that just doesn't bother me. Tidiness, don't care. All I care about is, I guess all I care about is the things I care about. And I'm serious about making this work this time, and I really enjoyed making the spreadsheet and getting all this done. And I'm really excited about the fact that it's £1.70, no, £1.70 something, £1.60 something, a portion, which is, I mean, it's nuts. It's not nasty cheap food. We've got like 11 quid's worth of king prawns. There's 10 quid's worth of lamb neck fillet to go in a Rogan Josh. It's good quality ingredients, but just because we're buying it in bulk and because we're just buying the biggest pack of everything and then spreading it out over different meals, it works out so cheap. If I can get this cooked and if everyone likes the food, this is going to be awesome. And this is going to be the only time it needs to take over a weekend as well, because this batch will end in half term, so I can spend half term cooking the next batch, and then that will take us through to the summer holidays, and then I'm not working anymore, so we can just do this over 2 or 3 days whenever we're getting low. It's going to make our food shopping that much cheaper, because at the moment we spend about £120 a week on food. If we can take our meals out of that equation, we're going to at least half our weekly expenditure. We're still going to have to buy the weekly stuff like bread and cheese and Andy's crisps and pop and things like that, but I don't think we're going to need to spend more than £60 or £70 on weekly food. So it's potentially saving us £100, £200 a month, which is massively significant towards helping us survive financially when we get to September and we're trying to support ourselves. So massive bonuses on all fronts. And a reminder, the main reason we're doing this is the last time I did it, again, was for financial reasons. It's when I was a student. I left work to go back to university 8 years ago now, and I accidentally lost 4 stone doing this because it's just so healthy. It's all naturally cooked, fresh ingredients, and it just works. So fingers crossed, better financially, better for convenience, because all I have to do every day is just take a meal out of the freezer, warm it up, dinner done. None of this messing around for an hour and a half every evening, cooking, washing up and all that stuff. It's just the pan that it's cooked in needs washing up. Stick it on the hob, stick it in the oven, saves an hour a day. Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. It should work really, really well. And then lastly, we have the Infinity Crate Premium for May, I guess. Or does this count as the April one? I'm never really sure how it works. There has been some confusion in previous months because I didn't know which one we were getting. It has been confirmed to me that it's the premium one, which I think works out at about £25 a month. It's all available on infinitykrates.co.uk. But even so, the premium one is awesome. You usually get 2 t-shirts and a load of cool stuff in there. So let's see what we've got. We have a Guardians of the Galaxy The Collector Daubs. I hate daubs. This one's going to go straight into a competition giveaway thing because I just hate them. They're stupid. I don't like daubs. We have a t-shirt, one of 2 t-shirts, but I can't get that out. It's tucked under something else. What do we have here? We have, I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Does that mean anything to you lot? Is that something from Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Flies? Lord of the Rings, maybe? I don't know, I don't care. That's another one for the giveaway box. I have to biggin this box up so much beforehand, it looks like a load of turd, because I also have a Star Wars mug. I don't care about Star Wars. You can go about your business, apparently. That's one for the giveaway. We have a Black Widow pop that I already have in my collection, so I've got all of the Civil War pops. I'm giving away this whole box this month. This is mad. What have we got here? A bag tag, a Marvel bag tag. I don't know what a Marvel bag tag is. Let's get it open and have a look. Presumably it's some kind of tag for my bag. I can't get into this. Where did I put that screwdriver that I had before? Put it through there. A Marvel bag tag is, it's a luggage tag. That's weird. But alright, that's cool. That goes in the Kev's Gonna Keep pile. This just it seems like a weird thing to exist. There's 7 to collect. Who needs 7 luggage tags? But they exist. Weird. And then it's actually only 1 shirt. Again, I was so positive about you, Infinity Crates. You're supposed to personalise this to the things that I told you I like. These are not the things I told you I like. What is this? This is a shirt. Doctor Strange, maybe? Looks Doctor Strangey. I still haven't seen that movie. I'll wear the shirt because I wear any shirt that anyone ever sends me. Harry Potter spells you ought to know. Amy will like that. And, oh, a Batman thing that I'll like. So, you know, there's obviously £25 worth of value here. The pop is a tenner. The daubs is, what, 5 or 6 quid. A mug is maybe a tenner. That's cack. It looks like one of those things you get with those magazines that you collect. But a t-shirt, 10 or 15 quid. The key ring's probably a couple of quid. There's definitely £25 worth of value here. They've just, it's been a massive miss for stuff that I'm actually interested in this time. Although, it's not the best box I've ever sent. In Infinity Crates, sort yourselves out. This has been a bad month, but you're usually very good. If you've enjoyed today's vlog, please make sure you pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and thank you very much for watching.